Spoilers and offensive content to come. Maybe.
Maybe. Possibly. No, definitely. We are the best anime review show on the internet. We are Carlos and Dave, Anime Rave. We are reviewing Flip Flappers, episodes 5 and 6.
Yep.
Will the organization Flip Flap get the objects that vaguely may or may not destroy the Earth? Who knows?
Will we get some answers as to why these two organizations hate each other?
Will we get more Yuris? Lovely Yuris.
Just friends.
I will karate chop you in twain.
Totally just friends.
Which way do you want to be split, horizontally or vertically? It's just the show.
Does it surprise you that we're not starting at the exact same place?
You're right.
Okay, look. The show's like Sliders.
Time is what?
The end of an episode never picks right back up at the next episode. You're all of a sudden just in the middle of the next world.
Do you remember in Sliders when the main character found the world that had the female version of him and they had sex or something?
Yep.
Is that masturbation?
No.
Correct.
I'm sorry, I need to put a restraining order against that guy.
Yeah, that guy was a little too...
That's saying it's the right size is just a little bit creepy. Well, it is kind of about time that they get put into all the other worlds they've gone to so far have been kind of like decent, dreamy kind of escapes.
And Mad Max.
But even that was more, not so much nightmarish.
So you want them to suffer needlessly?
No, I'm saying eventually they're being sent to random worlds, okay? Eventually you're going to get to a not so nice one.
Sure, like Jump Scareville here.
Still just friends.
I hate you so much. I want to... Okay, let me count how many suplexes I want to give you at SummerSlam. 16.
Oh, can we please have a crossover between School Live and Flip Flappers?
I'm gonna have Paul Heyman on my corner. Gonna just decimate you. It's gonna be so toss you around like a rag doll. Just suplex after suplex. The announcers are saying that's enough. I look at the ref. I say check him because I don't want your suffering to end.
You need to put a collar on that girl.
You need to put a bell on fucking topic.
One of those extension cord style things that they have for pets.
Those are the worst leashes. If you're a pet owner and you buy an extension leash for no good reason instead of a normal leash, fuck you.
What? They're just saying greetings. It may sound like through a demonic filter, but it's just greetings. Alucard pops up. What the fuck?
He's like, what the shit is happening? Hi, Alucard-chan.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Arikado-chan.
Okay, burn it with fire.
Just gonna turn that to face the wall, and huck it out the window, and catch the next flight to whatever continent this thing is not on.
I mean, some dolls are really fucking creepy.
Mm-hmm.
This is in the top 5.
Here's the thing about Flip Flappers. I've noticed this re-editing, like when I was editing the raves and rewatching as a result. For such a light and fluffy show, there's a lot of hidden messages and kind of symbols and symbolism and whatnot that has been going on since minute number 1 of the show. And especially in the pure illusions. Some of them, you could talk at length about them. Some of them are definitely about Kokona's loneliness and keeping her distance from Papika. Some of them are kind of overtly sexual in nature, like her being shy to gnaw at the tree in episode 2, for instance. Some of them are a little spelt out, like the one evil thing in the Mad Max world talking about Kokona's faults. So seeing that, it's been kind of interesting to watch these new episodes and kind of try to piece out what they're trying to say here. There's a lot of subtext going on in Flip Flappers that I quite enjoy. You're right, this is Castlevania. Look, there's the clock tower level and everything.
Mm-hmm. There's the warped rooms.
There's death.
Well, we haven't seen
Hey, how's it going? He has exactly 4,444 hit points.
Just because he couldn't give him 6666.
Well, 4 is an unlucky number in Japanese mythology.
Oh.
And death is not death in Japan. He's just called Shinigami. He's just a spirit.
Oh.
He's not actually the death.
He's not the Grim Reaper.
But in our version of Castlevania, he is, which is why it's so weird that he's a servant of Dracula, and sometimes characters will just shit-talk him like he's anyone else and not say death. Do you think Yayaka has a thing for Kokona?
Yes.
Everyone's gay for Kokona.
Yep. No. Sorry, I'm sure they're all just friends. You see, you'd get stuck into one of those situations, but all I'd be saying is, just friends.
I remember one time I was playing Final Fantasy VI, and I was fighting Guardian in the last dungeon, the only time you can actually kill Guardian, outside of Vanish Doom trickery, but whatever. And Guardian managed to confuse my whole party.
Yep.
At that point, Cyan, with no charge time whatsoever, used the level 8 sword technique that cleaves all enemies on my whole party. Did you know that that always works 100% and that there is no special defense against it?
Really?
All my guys dropped dead.
Oh, that was a whole dungeon's worth of failure.
Not really. I was using the save point glitch to save wherever I wanted. Point is, I kind of want to do that to you.
Sorry, my just friends would counter it.
Yeah, unfortunately. You know what? Dave? The real enemy is patriarchy. Once we abolish that, I will throw you into the sun.
So that was episode 5 of Flip Flappers, and we got
flip, flap, do 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 do, flip, flap, flap. That's what we got, Dave.
I still say your own personal hell would be just friends in that scenario.
Oh, so real life? This reality is my hell. Heteronormativity everywhere. Disgusting.
I like this show.
I like it too. It's really good.
Let's jump right into episode 6.
Let's also jump right into episode 6.
So, we got our episode amount of him being a dick.
You just know Gray's gonna be like the final enemy or some shit.
Something. It's...
So far, every hunch I've had about this show is wrong. And honestly, I'm glad for that, because I don't know if you've noticed this, Dave, but I have a big fucking mouth, and I'm a huge windbag, and I talk way too much about everything. I don't know if you've noticed this over the years and decades. And I often will think about where I want the show to go instead of letting it take me there.
Yep.
And then getting disappointed that it didn't take me somewhere else. I'm gonna let Flip Flappers do with me as it will. Unless it's a heteronormativityville, then I renounce everything.
Kokona decides that she's actually a guy.
I'm okay with that transgender representation.
No, she was actually always a guy.
That would make her transgender. Look, I'm okay with transgender. Far too little transgender representation in fiction as well. What, you thought you were going to stump me with that?
No.
I think you did. I think you thought I was going to get all hot and bothered. Be like, grr, arg, I wish I could kill Dave.
So, 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. By the way, I do have to ask, you're not getting, mentally affected by all these death threats I keep sending you, right?
No.
Okay, good, because I really don't want you to die.
No.
Excellent. Just friends. I'll kill you.
This episode, she passes away.
Come on, Dave. What is wrong with you?
Just friends.
Okay. Everything I said about not wanting to die, I take back. I've recently been watching a lot of the death scenes from Final Destination movies. Because I don't know if you knew this or not, but those films are fucking hilarious.
They are.
And I keep envisioning you dying to every one of them. Every time you say just friends. Except that eyeball death. That one was a little much. Even for that film, I was taken back by that a little bit.
My favorite kill, if you will, was the guy in the dentist chair. He almost suffocates and he leaves and they drop that giant pane of glass on me. He just goes splash.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The Final Destination movies will do that. Sometimes a guy will survive an obvious situation, then be killed by the stupidest shit because death apparently has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Or Shinigami, if you will. That was extraordinarily and highly unusually ominous.
Yeah.
I don't deserve to paint my nails. Pardon?
No kidding.
This art girl has been featured too often to be mere background dressing or coincidence at all. She's up to something.
Or she's actually on their side.
Or she's Realm, but like an evil version of Realm, and can make the paintings come to life.
Sounds too much like Castle Crashers.
Oh, the one painting boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was an irritant. Don't go in there. You're gonna end up in the blasted lands and there's nothing to do there.
Or you'll end up on the other side.
Which one? Outland or Draenor?
Well, Draenor, there'll actually be something there. Outland, there's...
A lot of pretty scenery.
Not really.
The sky and the ether trails and whatnot.
Okay, sure, but there's devastation for as far as the eye can see. At least on Draenor, you're out in the jungle.
The boring jungle.
You suck.
I like Outland. I wish there was... I guess the original plan for Warlords of Draenor was that it was going to take place on Outland with the Warlords revived there. But then I guess they decided they didn't like that and they wanted to go back into an alternate past.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Which one?
Redoing Outland.
I love Outland, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Outland's one of the only places I can go and feel like I don't have to group with anyone. And that I could potentially just fall right off the world. Which there are spots on Azeroth and in certain instances and battlegrounds that you could do that too, so yes. Whatever.
Well, if you want to go somewhere where you don't have to play with anybody, go where nobody is. Pandaria.
Pandaria is almost too pretty.
Yeah, but nobody's there.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You can be by yourself and no one will care.
I feel I watch enough anime in my life. Going to Pandaria is just too much anime, you know? Oh, the Dark Portal didn't take us to a good place, Dave.
Well...
It took us to the Caverns of Time or some shit.
Well, they're obviously showing us what happened back then to a point. And honestly, the way that Kokona is, I'm not surprised that she didn't seem to have any caring from her parents.
She does, until she met Papika, she was very, like, closed off and like, non-expressive and confused and maybe she was kind of trying to, forget this. Because this aunt of hers, no way she's surviving this flashback, right? And I'm imagining she's probably burying this memory.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that was episode 6 where Papika and Kokona got thrust back into the memory of Ito, who is the painter girl in school. But that was really weird. It's like Kokona was trying to have all the good memories and swap out with Papika when the bad memories came. Oh, there's a little bit to dissect in that episode.
And not just that, they changed reality.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, no, not a little bit.
Yeah, because Ito didn't want to wear the nail polish, and then she did.
She didn't deserve to wear the nail polish because she ran away.
And it was dangerous to go into the portal because it was obviously some kind of time portal.
Episode 6 could take a long time to digest.
There's a lot to go there. I like how it was not only an exploration into Ito's kind of past, but also it tells us a little bit about Kokona and Papika, and, you know, Kokona's kind of not wanting to deal with reality, and Papika's just drunk on reality all the time, you know? Like...
But were those parents Iroh's parents, or were those Kokona's?
I'm going to take a wild guess that they were Iroh's, but I think the Kokona's suggestion, because she wants to meet her parents, is that, you know, this was kind of a mother and father figure that she saw for the first time, or maybe she remembers her mother and father better than they were. You know, there's a lot to process there.
Yeah.
it could take some time. At the beginning, we got some fighting between Yayaka's forces and Kokon and Papka, and that was pretty neat and all. I like the action scenes in this show when they have them.
But it's not the meat of this show.
Yeah, I mean, I sure hope that the show ends with a bang with one of those scenes,
But I get more out of everything else rather than just the fighting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a terrible affliction, Alzheimer's. And again, anime is really good at making heart-wrenching moments where people forget Yuki Yuna this. It was a very well-done episode, and I like that it was not only an exploration of that other character, but also of our mains, our leads, a little bit. There's a little bit of an ominous message as to the kinds of people they really are underneath, which I think has been hinted at since day one. So,
and it also shows us that these land of illusions aren't just a land of illusions.
Pure illusion.
Pure illusion links to reality in some pretty important ways.
Yep, for sure. Folks, we're up to something. We're up to giving you the best damn anime review show on the internet, Carlos Nave Anime Rave. They can find it at animerave.xyz. Dave, give the people a fun anecdote to make their lives better.
Just friends!
I should have seen that coming.